What's up guys, Mitch42 here, and welcome back to the channel again. Once again today, it's your boy, he's here, and he is here for a character breakdown of the doc for OriginZ. So yes, in case you guys don't know, there is a new Origins coming out soon. It is based around the zombie apocalypse. Should be very, very fun, should be very interesting to record, to be honest. In case you guys haven't seen the trailer or anything like that, I will post that at the end of this video, so you will be able to see it again. But for now, we need to talk about this dude standing in front of you. So yes, this is the Doctor, or in case you want to shorten it, we call him the Doc. Probably what I will be going as throughout the whole series is called Doc. Does he have an actual name? Yes. Yes, he does. He has a first, middle, and last name. But that will not be told in this video. You know, I gotta keep those spoilers low. But yeah, so I want to give a shout out, first of all, to two people. The first one being Moondust Bree, or Bree in general. She was the one who made this skin for me. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. All the amazing details on it are great, you know, between the scuffs and the scratches, to the tube, to the mask. I even have a dagger on the side of my leg, which a lot of people probably didn't even notice. Also, don't mind the background noise. My brother's home, so it's a little loud. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of details that went into this skin, between all the scruffs and scratches to the marks. And then also a big shout out to Devon, who made my mask. The mask was an amazing... Jesus, wow, what is happening in the background? Calm down, birds. Yeesh. Just because I mentioned the mask doesn't mean you gotta freak out like that. But yeah, so the mask was kind of a special thing that I wanted made. I wanted my character to wear a mask in this series, to hide his face. So will you guys ever see his face? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? But I wanted a mask for the series, but I had a huge inspiration from the Plague Doctors, which we will talk about shortly. But as you guys can tell, the mask is heavily based off of a Plague Doctor, from the nose piece to the eyes to everything on it. But it's also a gas mask at the same time. So it's actually a Plague Doctor mask mixed with a gas mask, which was a huge thing I wanted to be made, and luckily Devon was able to make me that. So thank you very, very much for making the mask. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it just matches so well. The skin and the mask, it just looks so good. Oh, so let's get into some small details here. So besides the skin itself looking absolutely fantastic, there are a few things that you should know about my character. So without spoiling too much, my character is actually a nurse. He does have training in the medical field. He does have another job that he does on the side, but you'll have to learn about what that is when the series begins. And as episodes go on, you will learn about what this other job was. You also find out the reasons why he hides his face. So he doesn't just wear the mask to wear it to look all pretty and whatnot. He actually has reasons to why he wears this mask. Without going into too many details, there is a reason to why he does wear it and why he hides his face. But you'll have to learn about that as the story goes on. So he is a nurse. He has a pretty good training in the medical field. And he also has this. So yeah, I have a revolver. That is my weapon of choice for this series. A nice old school classic revolver. Looks pretty sweet. In case you guys wanted a better look at the mask, I can put this down really quick so you guys can get a better look at it. So it does dip. You know, it has that nose. It's got the eyes, got the little gas mask parts on the back. And it just looks absolutely fantastic, to be honest. So I absolutely love it. Besides the revolver, which is my choice of gun. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. There's a few other things I carry around with me. I usually carry my clipboard. This is to make sure that what I'm doing at that moment in time is going well, whether it be patients or maybe some medical stuff. Maybe some additional things that I'm looking into will be written on this clipboard throughout the series. So currently right now I'm working on showing off my character. I've already completed looking cool, so that's pretty sweet. I've already done that. And I've always got a cup of joe on me, you know, I've got a cup of coffee. Now a lot of people are probably curious, Mitch, how does your character drink coffee? Well, that's not the only thing he drinks, which we'll get more into as time goes on here. But any sort of liquid stuff, I will actually be putting into the tube that is connected to my mask. Funny enough. So think of it as like a soda drinking hat. That's how I'm able to drink liquids. When it comes to actual food, I will have to take the mask off and eat. But, you know, Will you see my face? No. I'm hiding my face. You're not allowed to see it. No one's allowed to see it, alright? No one wants to see what's underneath this mask, alright? So, like I stated, there will be details as to why he hides his face. In the future, you know, you'll learn about him as life goes on and the series continues. But one thing I do want to mention about this character, and probably my side of the roleplay in general, it's going to be pretty dark. A lot of people for the series will be having, you know, some dark themes. You know, obviously, it's a zombie apocalypse. You can't really do a zombie apocalypse without having a dark theme of some sort. But a lot of people will be having fun with this series and, you know, making their characters kind of just, you know, getting used to the zombie life and, you know, living. But for me, personally, I knew I was going to take a darker route with this character. So there are going to be some not-so-friendly themes for this dude. So, like, first off, my character, besides drinking coffee, is very broken inside. And not broken as if, like, losing his mind, but broken as in very depressed. He's not the happiest of beings. He's kind of really destroyed on the inside, which you guys will learn later on in the series why he is like this and, you know, why he's the way he is. He's not the nicest of fellows. He kind of is a workaholic and does what he needs to do. He also likes to drink, and not just cup of joe. You know, he likes to drink that alcohol. He also smokes, which is another thing that's pretty major with this dude. Like I said, he's very broken. He's not the man he once was. In his past life, he was a happy fellow. You know, he worked his nursing job. He had a good life. But ever since this apocalypse started, his life has just gone downhill. And it's constantly plummeting. And there is no light at the end of the tunnel for this character. There might be. Maybe someone will help him. Maybe something will happen that'll change him. But as of right now, he's not okay. He's very, very, very broken on the inside. And no one knows if his life will change for the better or not. So we'll have to see. But for now, his character will be this way, and maybe for the rest of the series he might be. There is some hope, but for this kind of character, he doesn't see that. He doesn't see any hope. He only sees sadness and sadness. Sadness. But yeah, this character is going to be more on the darker side, and this whole roleplay for me personally will be on the darker side. So don't expect a lot of friendly stuff here, alright? You want friendly stuff, go somewhere else. There will be friendly stuff, you know, some comedy here and there and stuff like that, but a lot of the stuff for me, personally, for my roleplay of this series, will be a bit on the darker side. I know a lot of people like dark stuff, which I'm completely fine with, but, you know, there are some people who may not like that stuff. So it's going to depend on how you take my dark stuff, to be honest. And we'll go from there. Now, another thing I thought was funny, which I mentioned earlier, was that my character is based off of a plague doctor. As you guys know, or may not know, I did do a kind of like special cameo for Xylo, K.Flay, Brian, and Mario series, which is their SCP series, where I did play a plague doctor. Oh my god, that sheep was just killed. Murder in the background. But yeah, so I did play a doctor, the plague doctor in that series. A lot of people think that playing that plague doctor was based off of this character. It was actually complete opposite. So in this cameo that I did, that was after I made this character. So if you think about that in time sense, it was quite a while ago that I made this character before I even played that other additional character in the SCP. So yeah, my character is based off of Plague Doctor and that kind of stuff. But he also varies, you know? A character's got to have his own personality. And like I said, he's broken. Not broken mind, but broken in his life, you know, in his heart. It just he's going to be a sad being, all right? He's not going to be the happiest of people. He's also not going to be the nicest of people, like I stated. I'm trying to make sure I don't repeat myself here, because I tried to record this like 4 times, and I've had interruptions every time, so I'm just making sure I've covered all the bases. Personally, I should have wrote on my clipboard, but hey, oh well. Anything else I could really talk about? And he's a nurse, he's kind of a sad mean, a little bit of a darker side take on the roleplay. And, you know, he has his own place and whatnot, but I didn't want to show it off in this video. just because I didn't want to show the area he lives in. But he does have a pretty dark past. So you guys will learn why he is the way he is as time goes on in this series. But I think that's about all I want to cover, to be honest. I don't want to drop too many hints. The last thing I will show here is my other skin. So I will swap over to it now. There you go. So this is what my other skin looks like. And no, you cannot see his face. You are not allowed. There is no cheating in this surrounding area. You're not allowed to see his face. But he does have hair. You know, he is human. I will say that. He is a human being. He's not some, like, weird creature or whatever. He is a full-on human being. But he just doesn't want to show his face. He doesn't want people to know who he is. The reasons why? I don't know. You'll have to find out. But he just doesn't want people knowing who he is. As you can see, he does have hair. Like, he has hair. He's human. He also has purple highlights in his hair, so his hair is dyed. It's like a half black, half purple hair. And he does have some hair on the front of his face, but like I said, I can't show you that, because if I show you that, it's going to spoil what he looks like. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you enjoyed, make sure to like button down below. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe as well. And hopefully this will give you somewhat of an insight on my character. I think the Doc is going to be a very, very interesting character in the series. Personally, it's going to be really fun to play him, I think. In my head, the way I have him going, I think he's going to be probably one of the funnest characters I've ever played. Just based off of the ideas that I have for Origins, for OriginZ. And I think this might be one of my best, personally. Like I said, this character isn't me. You know, it's not Mitch. Hi. It's not him. He has his own name and whatnot. But you'll have to learn that as time goes on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff down below. And without further ado, let's watch that trailer one more time. Later, everybody. Bye!
In this world, apocalypse has fallen. War, disease, and decimation led to a plague that cannot be defeated. A plague of zombies, the dead, risen from the afterlife. While the military attempts to grasp tightly to the ways of the past, others have begun to live by their own means in this new, forsaken world. The remaining humans must unite together to fight off the infectious dead, and worse, the living. Welcome to OriginZ.